found a new vlog camera. I got the Sony zv-e10 and I'm here to test it out. Right now I'm filming on the Sony zv-1. I want to compare it to my new Sony zv-e10 Mark I. So first of all, let's unbox this thing. Okay, so here's the camera right out of the box, so let's open it. All right, we got some instruction manuals. Oh my gosh, okay, so first thing I'm grabbing looks like a battery. Oh, it's a wall charger. Okay, I did not know it came with that. Cool. Okay, that's really nice. And then we have some charging cords. Oh, perfect. I'm really glad they included something because I was thinking I had to get my own. Okay, I love that. Next, we have a little camera strap. Oh, that's nice. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. There's something in here. Oh, this is the wind muff for the internal microphone. I don't really know how it clips on. Oh, I think it's a little hot shoe mount right there. Okay, that's really nice. This must be the battery. Yep. Ooh, I like how the battery is a lot bigger than the Sony zv-1, so I feel like maybe the battery life will be better. I don't know. I hope. That's what I read on the internet. Now for the grand reveal. Oh my gosh. Let's do away with the box. Oh my gosh. It is perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. I love it. Wow, it feels pretty heavy, a lot heavier than my zv-1 for sure. But here's how it's looking straight out of the box with the kit lens. Let's go ahead and throw in the battery. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's an off on switch. Okay, that's nice. Oh, is the battery dead? Oh, so I guess I have to charge it up. Okay, that was not smart. That was a fail. Oh my god. 5 minutes later, but let's try this thing on. Ooh, there she goes. English. Enter. Whoa, this thing is so cool. It's working. It's on. Let's go. This is so cool. Oh my god. Okay, now let's charge her because obviously it's about to die. Now let's talk about camera pricing and where I got this camera. So I actually got this camera on zv-electronics.com and I usually would never buy straight from the source, but I got a really good deal. On the Sony website, they were actually offering like a bundle. So I got a really good deal on everything I got, as well as my military discount. That saved me so much money. If you do not have a military discount and say you're a student, I would go and get the camera on B&H Photo. They have a really good EDU pricing, so I would go with them if you don't have a military discount. And if you don't have any kind of discount at all, like you're not a student, you're not military, whatever it is, you can also go like the cash back route. So I use Rakuten for all my cash back, so I like stack that. So when I was buying on Sony, I made sure to activate my cash back on Rakuten so I could make some money back. It's not much, like maybe like 2% back, but still better than nothing. So if you don't have a military discount, you don't have a student discount, and you want some kind of discount on top of like whatever like the website's running, like Sony has their own little bundle like I said, then I would use Rakuten. And by the way, none of this is sponsored literally at all, it's just my opinion. So right now the Sony zv-e10 is listed for about $699 with the kit lens on Sony.com. On B&H right now, the Sony zv-e10 with the kit lens is listed at $718 with the student pricing, and then it's actually $699 on the Sony website. So maybe Sony is cheaper. Go with that route as of now, as the time of filming. But if you wanted to, you could always just buy the camera body. And that leads me into my next little side, which is lenses. Lenses, I feel like really make or break your camera. It's not really about what camera body you buy, it's really about the lenses. So let me show you what I got. First of all, I got the kit lens. It's a 16 to 50 millimeter lens, and it has optical stabilization inside the lens, and that's really important once we get to the specs later. But I got the kit lens because I just wanted versatility. You don't necessarily need the kit lens if you're going to get other lenses, but I just wanted multiple options, so that's why I got the kit lens. So first of all, let's start with the first lens I picked out. I got the Sony 11mm f.18 lens. This is for the E-mount, by the way, because the zv-e10 supports the E-mount lenses. I'm so excited about this one because this is like an ultra wide angle lens, and that's what I've been wanting, and that's what I've been missing with my Sony zv-1. So let's unbox it. First thing I'm pulling out of the box is this lens hood. Oh, this is really nice. I like the look of this. It's really light and like kind of plasticky, honestly. And then here's the main attraction. I like how it's bubble wrapped. Ooh, nice. It's really lightweight. I really like that. So it's not gonna like weigh my arm down. There's the 11 millimeters and then like the aperture, I believe that's what that's called. And then here's the autofocus, manual focus, it'll switch. And then I don't know what this button does, but I will figure it out eventually. But yeah, this is the 11 millimeter one. So nice. Next, I got the Sony G Master 15 millimeter f.14 lens. I feel like so cool getting like a little G Master lens, like ooh, because these are expensive. Okay. G Master is like top of the line from what I've gathered from my research. My novel research is that G Master lenses from Sony are like super fast, really, really good lenses. So, but I could be wrong. Once again, disclaimer, I am not a camera expert. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know what I know and I know what I like. So that's it. Anywho, let's unbox this guy. I'm probably gonna use this one for my volleyball content just because I want to. I don't know. Ooh, how is this the same? Wow, it's so light. Like, how did they do this? It has like the G Master label on it. This button that I do not know. I don't know what that is. Like, I need to figure that out. The autofocus, manual focus thing. Beautiful. And then it also comes with a lens hood. Gorgeous. So for both of these lenses, I got them both off of Sony Electronics once again. You can buy lenses off of Sony, Best Buy, B&H Photo, but I just went with Sony once again because of my military discount, like I said earlier. So the 11 millimeter lens was listed at $499, but once again, I got it for way cheaper than that. And then the 15 millimeter lens was listed at $649.99, and once again, I got it for way cheaper than that. Actually, not that much cheaper, but you know. And what I like about buying off of Sony is that the price includes a 1-year limited warranty, which is so nice because unlike Best Buy, B&H, you have to buy, or you don't have to buy, but you can buy like the protection, the warranty, the Geek Squad protection, whatever, on top of the price of the item, which I did not love. So I like that I have a warranty included in the price on Sony. Okay, so we're gonna test the cameras in different lighting situations and also do a vlog test. So right now, this is the Sony zv-1 with the regular mic, no color grading, and this is just how it looks straight out of the camera. Now let's switch to this guy. Okay, I'm looking in the middle of both cameras right now. So let's look at the zv-1. I feel like just from my eye test right now, I'm looking at like my viewfinder. The Sony zv-1 right now is a lot wider with the fixed lens. And then now let's look at the zv-e10. It's obviously, I mean, it's obvious to me, maybe not in post, but I don't know. But it looks like a lot tighter on me, even though it's at its widest right now at 16 millimeters with the kit lens. So I am intrigued actually to see what the wide angle lens will look like on this zv-e10. But yeah, here's how it's looking in the same lighting, right side by side. So I feel like this is really cool. Okay, next let's do a vlog test. Now that's really what I want to see. Okay, we are outside now for the vlog test. It's extremely bright. It's like literally middle of the day, like 12 o'clock. So the sun's really, really bright, and there's also wind. So we're gonna walk up and walk back down and then test the other camera. I'm squinting so bad. Can you hear me? It's so windy. I'm also doing a handheld vlog, no tripod, just to see like how shaky it is. Do I look? Oh. There are children screaming, playing, very ambient. Anywho, let's switch over to the zv-e10. All right, now I'm on the zv-e10 with the kit lens. It is, once again, so hot, so sunny. So let's walk. I don't know how good the stabilization is. I don't have anything on in camera, but the lens does have stabilization in it. Oof, oh, there's a wasp. Okay, we're gonna walk backwards now. I feel like it looks really tight on my face. Like I don't love that, but yeah. Here's the Sony zv-e10 outside. And then lastly, I wanted to do a little iPhone test just to compare, just for fun. This is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. So let's do a little vlog test. I feel like sometimes I do vlog on my camera, but I never hold it like this far out. I'm also using the front camera because I really would never like turn my camera around if I was using it to vlog, you know what I mean? To use the back camera, like it's not that deep for me. So, and I hardly ever use my iPhone, so to vlog, like my face, that is. I do use it a lot to get like clips, like B-roll, but I always use the back camera for that. But yeah, this is how I would vlog if I was using my iPhone. So yeah, thank God I wore sunscreen today. Okay, now we're doing a little low light vlog test just because like I'm not always in the perfect lighting, like I was like outside or with like natural light inside. So this is like kind of in the dark. I cracked the door a little bit just to let sunlight in, but here's how it looks with like no lights on and like a little low light situation on the zv-1. Not bad, but like not great. Obviously lighting is kind of everything. And here's a low light test on the zv-e10. I feel like it's not great. I feel like the zv-1 is a little bit better, but also keep in mind the zv-1 has the lowest aperture on the white, like on the lens. So the zv-1 was about like maybe like a 1.8 I think, but this lens does not go that low. Like I think the lowest it goes is 3.5. So the low light is not going to be great on this kit lens. I'm just going to be real with you. Now it would be better and it would definitely outperform the zv-1 if it had a better lens on it right now, but that is just how it looks in low light. But honestly, I would really typically honestly never be in this type of situation and vlogging in the dark. Like I would have some kind of light source, but I just wanted to test it just for the video. Okay, now I'm back in my studio, aka my dad's bathroom, and now we're gonna try out lenses, which I'm very excited about. This is truly, in my opinion, what gives the zv-e10 a upper leg on the zv-1 if this is something you're looking for, like the whole interchangeable lens aspect. So let's try out the 11mm 1.8 wide angle lens for this camera. I'm so excited. Let's do it. Okay, I'm sitting in the exact same place I just filmed that first clip, and here is the 11mm 1.8 Sony lens. Like, come on. Like I'm sitting in the same place, but I look so much further away. Like I love that. Oh my gosh, hold on, let me move this. Wow, okay, I feel like that's really nice. I love how wide this is. Wow, okay, this is really cool. Okay, now let's try out the 15mm 1.4 G Master lens. Obviously not as wide as the 11, but this is great. I feel like for talking head videos, like if I scoot back a little bit, like this is so nice. I love how it looks just like looking in the viewfinder. I feel like it looks really nice. What do we think? Period. I love this lens. Oh my gosh, I made a good choice, thank God. I have no buyer's remorse, which is not normal, but I did my research on this camera, okay, for years. Literally like almost 2 years I've done my research on this camera, so I'm finally glad to have it. Let's talk about why I bought this camera and the specs that were important to me. So mind you, I am not a tech person. I'm not a camera person really. Like I don't really know what I'm doing in manual mode. So I wanted something that I could shoot with straight out of camera that would look good and the camera will do most of the work for me, and that is like a good intelligent auto kind of camera. So I feel like the zv-e10 was perfect for this because I already have the zv-1, like I said, I'm shooting on it right now. But the only downfall, or there's actually multiple downfalls that I have with the zv-1, but the main one is that I wanted an interchangeable lens option. For the zv-1, it is a fixed point and shoot camera, so you can't put a lens on it to adjust like how wide you want your shot, if you want it to be zoomed, you know what I mean? I think the zv-1 goes to maybe like 24mm at its widest, like, and that's like way too tight on my face for vlogging, and so that's kind of an issue. But I'm still gonna keep this camera for vlogging just because it's so tiny and small and it looks good. Honestly, like I feel like the image quality does look nice, so I'm definitely gonna keep it obviously and keep using it, but more like in the vlogging setting instead of like these talking head videos like I'm doing right now. And with the zv-e10, I can throw on the 11mm lens that I bought or the 15mm and it'll still be wider than the zv-1. And on top of that, like for example, this 15mm lens, it has a 1.4 aperture, and what that means is basically like the quality of like my background will be like blurred. It's like called bokeh. I learned that. Yeah, I learned that in my research, but basically it was just like kind of blur my background and make me more of the focus. It's also just a really sharp lens, and once again the lens makes a huge difference in your image quality. And that leads me to my next point, and the next spec that I really wanted in a new camera was a bigger sensor size. The bigger the sensor, typically the better the image quality is. So for example, this Sony zv-1 has a 1-inch sensor on it, and that's like, you know, it's like a little bit bigger than the iPhone camera, so that's why the camera quality is a little bit better than the iPhone would be in some situations. Sometimes the iPhone does look really good, but we're not getting into that. I just really wanted something that was an APS-C sensor size, so that's what I got. Now I could have gone full frame and gone like for the biggest kind of sensor for the best image quality, but those are so expensive, like a lot of money, especially for Sony camera that is full frame. And on top of that, if you go full frame, the lenses are more expensive when you have a full frame camera, and I'm not really in the business of doing that. Like I don't need that much camera, so the zv-e10 was perfect for me because it had all the specs that I needed and wanted, and it didn't like break my bank. Like it was in my price point, because I could have gone full frame and like been like out of my budget, but I did not want to do that. And honestly, it just would have been too much camera, too many specs, and I feel like I wouldn't have used the camera to the best of its ability. Okay, now let's talk about my first impressions of the camera. So right off the bat, just holding the camera in my hand, it's like not too heavy, but obviously it is noticeably heavier than the zv-1, which honestly I like, because I feel like I can hold it better. I like a little bit more grip. I also like this little grip right here. The Sony zv-1 doesn't really have that, but I really like how I can like kind of hold it like this. Like it feels like nice. It feels kind of quality to me. And I've heard people say in their reviews, 'cause I've watched hours of reviews and done a lot of research on this camera before I bought it, and they were saying, oh, this feels so cheap, but I feel like they're used to like, you know, nicer cameras, but I feel like this is perfect for me. And I like how the screen like goes out to the side. I used to like the flip up screen, and I have the Canon G7X, which I use for photos mainly, but I liked that honestly, because I could kind of like look up at myself and still look like I was looking at the camera. But with the side lens, I've just gotten used to it, so I do prefer that now. And then this one is a little different, but I do like how it has like an on-off switch instead of a button, because sometimes I can't find my button on my zv-1 when I'm not like really looking straight at the camera, because like I have a case on it, so it gets a little confused. The second thing I like is that I like that it has like simple buttons, like everything's labeled very clearly. So overall, I'm really happy with my purchase. I feel like it was money well spent and money well invested, and I'm really happy about the lenses I chose. I'm just so proud of myself for buying this camera, because I usually never really buy cameras. Like the Sony zv-1 I've had for 5 years. Like I really don't buy new cameras very often. Like I just really use them for like all of my YouTube needs and all my purposes. But now that I'm starting to like grow more on my volleyball channel, this is really why I bought this camera for my main volleyball channel, is because I hit a milestone and I was like, you know what, I need to invest more in this channel, like, you know, invest more, and I feel like the more you'll get out of it. I don't know, that's just my business mindset, I guess. But yeah, I'm really happy with this purchase, and I'm really happy with how much money I saved. Once again, shout out to Sony for having a military discount. I really love that and appreciate it, because I can afford this with the lenses, and I was well under my budget, so I was very happy about that. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting this channel. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see me use this thing in action in my vlogs. I'm so excited. I know it's kind of a different kind of video, but I really hope you enjoyed, because I know I enjoyed making it. I love cameras and I love talking about the specs and what's important to me, and like making it like maybe a little bit more digestible for people who don't really know about cameras and who just want to create content. So yeah, I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.